Alright, looks like we're on the game. They all seem to be running towards me. Alright, I really gotta watch overcommitting the chases, because I don't have so much generator power when I don't kick generators. Now, what's on my mind today is not so much how to counter survivors with Nemesis, or how to play Nemesis, or anything like that. I am more focused on when you are learning a new character, such as the Nemesis, whatever is released or whatever you want to commit your time to. There are a couple things that you can do to make it less painful. Okay, so one example would be how many I feel like I want to do play with your food. And infectious fright. So the bad news is they are pumping out generators. The good news is most of the ones left are kind of grouped together. Alright, and release. We gotta defend those generators. Okay, so back to what I was saying. If you look at learning a new killer as something that I will set aside this many games in order to learn the new killer, okay? If you can do that, if you can say, I'm only going to spend points on this character, I'm only going to play this character, and I'm going to commit, you know, maybe 40 levels or something. Alright, I can't really take that bait because all the generators are on the lower level, so I'm just going to let that person come to me, at least at this point. That is going to be a dangerous generator. So yeah, you also figure out what qualities of other characters can I carry over and which ones can't I. And when you realize which ones you can't carry over from other killers, like the tentacle thing, like that's kind of specific to this character. There is a little bit of a learning curve for that. So go ahead and focus on it. Focus on like when it's better to just do an M1. Damn, girl. I need to let her go, but I really want her. I really want her. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I need to bait more often. Gotta let go of Chase. It's painful, but I have to. This is her again. Got her. Now I gotta let go again. She isn't wasting my time if I'm able to let go of Chase. I could spend too much time on her by continuing Chase, but she is not wasting my time if I can let go of Chase. I'm following this person because they're going right along the path of generators. Here's where I stop. I'm getting the hang of the Nemesis, I think. But the thoughts that I had, as I said, I'm gonna get rid of this. I know that supposedly I should leave it shut, but it was causing problems. Man, that feels good. I like doing that. Ooh. Oh, I did not expect that, I'll be honest. I'm tempted to slug to check my generators, but I see the basement is right here, so I kind of want to do that. I'm pretending like I'm gonna chase her here for the sake of Jake. Alright, they must have gone in a locker or something. I haven't figured out map or like generator awareness, like how to not overcommit. I know I keep saying that, like I can't overcommit to this chase. Because it seems like that's my biggest problem so far. Like, I'm chasing someone and I feel like I'm so close, but it's because you have to hit them an extra time if you're using his tentacle. But it's worth it for the long of the game. It's worth having that, like them being infected instead of just M1ing all the time. But it does give them that extra speed boost. Ooh, that was close. Like this. Ugh. Go get her. Anyway, when you're learning a new killer and you realize it's going to be, you know, not within 3 games, if you kind of say, I'm only going to do this killer, and you will really get a feel for what you need to do if you're not switching between that and other killers. Like, that's why, like, Nurse is really hard to learn, but if you... Dang. Nurse is really hard to learn. But if you only play Nurse, you will learn. You will. You can't not learn. Though, as you can see, sometimes learning happens slowly. So I'm only playing Nemesis so I can get a feel for what's going on. And what seems to be happening every time is that I'm overcommitting to chases. And I think the point of this is they need to get infected and then let go of chase, get infected, let go of chase. They will eventually run out of vaccines and not be able to get that. So you'll be like going up a tier in his power itself, like in the corner you see I'm on tier 3. That way, but then also the survivor way in that let's go on. Yeah, so you see my weakness. You see it. But if you look at, I forgot what I was saying, and I had another thought anyway. So if you look at how you want to improve over time, my thing is trying to open my playstyle so that it will support as many parts of it as I can. So like right now I'm trying to go towards Adept. But I'm not really focusing on Adept. The only thing I'm doing is putting those 3 perks on and then that's it. I'm not trying to do anything. Like I just go in and I play the game, you know? Every once in a while there's a chance where it's like, okay, I could kill this person or I could slug them and then try to hook the other person so that I'll have 8 hooks, you know? Every once in a while I do that. But what I really want to focus on, since 2 trophies are available for him, it's not just Adept, it's the one where you down people, you down the survivor 65 times with the strike, okay? And if that's the case, then that's the quantifying thing that I want to do, and over time I'll see kind of how I need to adjust my playstyle to get to Adept. But I don't have to decide that right away. So I just put on the 3 perks, and then I don't have to think about what might work when and whatever to make it a good game. I just put on the 3 perks and see what game styles that brings me. you know, because sometimes the 3 perks really add to the character itself, like it synergizes with the character. Like oppression with twins is amazing because it's like you're kicking 3 gens at once, so then because Victor can't kick gens. So the 3 trophies that I have that I can be working towards are Adept Nemesis, the preemptive one where you get 1 person on a hook while there's still 5 generators left. You just have to do that 1 time. Obviously everybody's gonna get that eventually if you just play normally, you know, but I'm remembering that that's one of the 3 trophies that I need. But the real one, the one that I have as like at the forefront of my mind, is the 65 downs with the tentacles. So I'm trying to adjust my play style so that I'm getting more downs with that than I am with the fist thingy. Which obviously people are like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to play. Okay, that's fine. I don't care how you're supposed to play though. I want to see what the character can do and not always have it influenced by, you know, how people think it should be played. So that's just kind of where I'm at with that. So I use the trophies as kind of a starting point because my goal is to get all the trophies. So even though they come out every 3 months, each new trophy is like my choice, whether I want to, you know, like go with that or just like draw the line and get everything before it, before I start new ones, stuff like that. But yeah, there's gonna be super annoying games along the way, but that's how you learn what you can do to fill in that gap. Like that's what shapes you as getting a good killer. Like if you're learning something and you don't have periods where you're really bad and you're really struggling, you have not learned the boundaries of your character. You just haven't. And then when you get in a really tough situation, you won't know what to do. So you also just got to be able to lose effectively for you, you know, because you can have like highs and lows in this game. Like highs like, yeah, I'm so awesome, they suck, you know, and then lows like feeling like, oh man, I thought I was so good and now look what just happened, you know. But the lows, they're pretty optional, you know, like you don't have to participate in that. You don't have to see losing as an actual shame. You know, like you don't have to hide after you lose or feel like super angry. Your ego doesn't have to be threatened by losing. You can just lose knowing that it has to, it's like you're going scuba diving, you're gonna get wet, you know, like it's part of it. It's part of understanding how to navigate it. Dang, they're like, you're here too long. Stop it. So anyway, those are just a few of my thoughts on when you want to put a chunk of time aside and you want to go towards multiple things and focus on them at once. I also just put this on because I didn't think this would be the fastest way to get those, but these are kind of my secondary aim. My primary is like doing the trophies. So obviously I have this on, so it's possible. Sometimes it happens when I'm not actually actively trying. So I'm hoping that'll happen again. But if it doesn't, later I'll adjust my playstyle a little bit more. But as I've said a couple times, I've already noticed, having played like 4 or 5 games as him, I've already noticed that you have to make sure you don't overcommit to chase. And this makes sense because you have to hit survivors essentially 3 times before they go down, you know? So they tend to get generators done faster. So I need to adjust to that, but I haven't quite figured out how yet.